we're going to do a turn and talk about what the wolf is going to do next. So think about Little Red Riding Hood's on her way. So what is the wolf going to do to keep tricking Little Red, wait, not yet, to keep tricking Little Red Riding Hood? I heard some really smart conversations. I heard some really smart conversations about how making predictions about how it happens. Okay, let's keep going with our predictions. Okay. So I heard some smart conversations about predicting what the wolf is going to do next. Does anyone want to share out what they've talked about? Jade, I haven't heard from you. Go ahead. Do you want to help with it? The wolf's on the bed, and what's the wolf? Does the wolf have his clothes on, or someone else's clothes on? He has the covers on. Is he gonna look like the wolf, or is he trying to trick her and looking like something else? Friends, I don't know what's going on over here, but you need to be good friends and listen to Vanessa. She's making a really good prediction right now. Do you think the wolf is gonna trick Little Red Riding Hood? What do you think the wolf might be wearing? Think about other versions of Little Red Riding Hood. What is the wolf wearing in other versions? He's dressed up as the grandma. So that's one way. I had a couple other friends think about other versions of Little Red Riding Hood, Brianna. And they made a prediction. Okay, friends. I want everyone sitting with their legs folded. Thank you, Lizbeth. Thank you, Lorena. Oh, I love how Stephanie's sitting. I love how Martella's sitting. He's got his hands caught. His eyes are on me. Thank you so much, Martell. Okay, much better. I don't want to see friends touching shoelaces right now. We can do that later. We're not walking around, so it's okay if our shoes are untied. And I want to see eyeballs, just like Eric's giving me his eyeballs. Thank you, Eric. Okay. So we made a prediction using what we know about other versions of the story that the wolf is going to dress up like the grandmother to trick Little Red Riding Hood. Let's see if our prediction is correct. The wolf quickly put on a nightgown and a cap. He hopped into bed and pulled the covers up to his hairy chin. Thumbs up if we made a good prediction. At that moment, Little Red Riding Hood knocked on the door. Grandmother, she called.
Come in.
Come in, my dear, said the wolf in a high voice. And then he changed it. Little Red Riding Hood went into the bedroom. thought? Can you hold your thought, Martha? She stared at her grandmother lying in her bed. Her grandmother looked very strange. And Little Red Riding Hood was a little bit afraid. Grandmother, what big ears you have, said Little Red Riding Hood. The better to hear you with, my dear, said the wolf.
I have a book, but it's about a mouse.
Grandmother, what big ears you have, said Little Red Riding Hood.
Ears? You already said ears in the other page.
Oh, I'm sorry. What big
Eyes
you have, the better to see you with, my dear. Eric, Grandmother, what big hands you have, said Little Red Riding Hood. The better to grab you with, my dear. Okay, friends, you all did such a good job making predictions, which was guessing what happens next in the story, in Little Red Riding Hood. And I want you to practice doing this at Center's time. So I'm going to show you a game that you can do with a friend in the Literacy Center. You'll get a friend and you will take one book to share between you. And you'll read the book together. So then you need a piece of paper, a pencil. I'm going to draw a line down the middle. And I'm looking for a friend who is sitting with their legs crossed and their hands folded to be my partner right now. Lizette? Okay, so Lizette, I'm going to pick the book we just read as to practice, okay? So we have our book, we have our paper. I'm going to write my name on this side, Miss B, and I'm going to write your name, Lizette, okay? Do it this way. Okay? So, Miss B and Lizette. So, me and Lizette are going to read this story together. A long time ago, and we're reading. So then, before we turn the page, we're going to make a prediction. We're going to make a guess about what's going to happen next. So, my prediction is that she is going to get a dress, a red dress. What's your prediction? So, she's making the prediction that she's going to get a cape. So, we're going to turn the page and see. Lizette was right, so guess what? She gets a point.
I like that one.
And then you'll read the story, and before you turn the page, you'll practice making a prediction, guessing what happens next in the story. Not right now. Guessing what happens next in the story, Brianna B. Okay? Whoever has the most points wins the prediction game. Okay? Does anyone have any questions about the game?
And you get smarter and smarter.
And it does. It helps you practice, and you just keep getting smarter and smarter. Okay, friends. Now we're going to get to go to Centers. This will be, you have paper and a clipboard